I'm now going to show you how to create competition meets. On your organization page underneath competition, we're going to click New Competition. The following options are available. The name of your competition. The name of my competition will be X-Men Day. The date of the event can be specified. The start time, the end time, the time zone. The next option here is a guest code. This is used as a unique code for the visitors of your events, perhaps parents or school students, to be able to see the recordings and the results of the day on ReadyGo's website, maybe on their mobile phone. If you leave this blank, a guest code will be created for you, but you can assign your own guest code. It must, however, be unique in ReadyGo. Keep this in mind if choosing your own guest code. This next option is an interesting option. I suggest personally that if you have teams in your organization overly populated, perhaps certain teams have far more students than other teams, then this is a good box to tick. I'd also suggest if you're giving points for participation, you should also be ticking this box. If you think about it, a team with a large population and all getting points for participation are at a clear advantage to other teams. Ticking this box will even out the scores to make it a bit fairer for all people involved. The next two tick boxes allow you to specify that you want all your teams and all your divisions included in the competition. I'm going to tick those, but if you don't wish to and wish to add specific teams or divisions later on, you can. You can also add all of them in and remove the specific divisions or teams that you don't want part of this competition. Let's press create now. This is the competition page. There are 5 tabs along the top: teams, your divisions, events, records, and settings. The teams have already been added in, but again, you may delete teams or add them back in. Same goes for divisions. On your events tab is where we're going to add which events are going to be held for this competition meet this year. I'm going to press the add event button and add all the events in. At this time is where we assign how much each of these events are going to be worth in terms of points for the students. If you remember correctly, we have 2 point systems, a track and field point system and a group event system. So for 100 meters, the point system will be the track and field system. For the shot put, same thing. Same thing for high jump. But for our 4x100 meter relay, I'd like to indicate that the points are worth more and use the point system for group events. The 4th tab is for individual record holders who have broken records at your event. A separate video will be made for individual record holders, where I'll explain more about this. The last tab is our settings tab. We can change much of the settings we already specified when we created this event. Some additional options, though, have now become available. On this screen, you can determine whether your guests can see your team points or not. At the end of your day, you may wish to hide the team points from your spectators so as to keep the suspense of who was going to win. To hide the team points, click the Hide Team Points button. At this point, spectators will be unable to see team points from the team's page. To reveal the points again, perhaps at the end of the day, click it again. Down below, there are other options for reserving lanes for teams. The first option here is how many lanes you actually have. ReadyGo uses this option to distribute your competitors into lanes and into heats itself automatically as you're adding competitors in. Please specify the number of lanes your event venue has. You can reserve these lanes for your teams. The next option across is which events actually have lanes reserved. Do you never have lanes reserved, always have lanes reserved, or just for your team games like relays? Once you've specified which lanes are reserved, press Update competition. Down below, you can actually put your teams into the lanes that you would like to reserve them for. For instance, I can just drag fire into lane 1, perhaps water into 2, earth into 3, and light into 4. And those teams, for team events, as I've specified, will be in those lanes when they are added. At the bottom of every page is the guest code, where spectators can easily share the code and a QR code for viewing the data on their mobile phones. This also might be a good piece of information to share with your parents and students before the event. Well, that concludes setting up the competition. Still more to come. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.